For my review of Singular Dreams, I would give it a 4.5 stars. I think it's got a 5-star for location, which is absolutely perfect. It is a block from the beach from many different access points. However, keep in mind, check-in is 3 o'clock. So if you're on a red-eye flight like we were, you are not going to get into your room until 3. So it might be worth your time to book the extra day before so that when you get there at 7 in the morning, you have somewhere to go and have a little nap. That being said, once you do get to check in, they were quite helpful. Initially, we were selected to go into Building A. So as you go up into the building, on the left side is Building A, and on the right side is Building B. Our room wasn't really quite cleaned and ready to check us in, but they put us in there, I think, a little rushed. So we decided to contact front desk and change rooms. First of all, I wasn't really happy with the whole lock situation, which we were told that some of them were getting redone. I felt that it was a little bit of a security risk. As you can see here, it didn't really even have a covering on the lock, so that concerned me. Next, it looked like it hadn't been cleaned for some time. There was still twigs and things on the bedding was marked up. The painting needed to be redone. I understand they're condos, they need some renos, but in any case, we asked to switch room because the lock thing had me most concerned. So we got moved over into Building B, which was on the right side when you entered. Now, the elevators were a little bit different too. Lobby level is labeled PB. So initially I didn't know how to get to the lobby. It is PB. There are two other ones. One is labeled -1 and a level 1. We were on level 1. The -1 actually takes you down into the garage where you'll see later in the video is where you do your laundry. So arriving on level 1, we went to the right-hand side and we go right down to the very end, which turned out to be a blessing because there was construction on the other end, which you could hear from in the hallway down this end. But luckily in the room, the construction that was happening in the property right next door to Singular Dreams, we couldn't hear it. It did cause flooding of the road out front, so you had to kind of bypass the road, which was constantly full with water. In any case, the room here was good. It was well cleaned and well maintained. The one downfall to this room is that it was sitting right where there is a street lamp right outside the room. So it did brighten up the room all night, even with the curtains. So unless you're a light sleeper, that could be a problem. The bathroom was very beautiful, and the housekeeping does come daily and replenish any toiletries. But the toilet paper does have a heavy perfume smell, so if you have sensitive to that, you might want to bring your own. The view from Building B was of the pool of the building across the street, which wasn't bad. But again, that light outside at night just shone right through the whole room. The bedroom layouts are identical between Building A and Building B. They come with a kitchen. There's no oven, but there's a full fridge, which is nice. If you get into Building A, you do get a view of the ocean, which was quite pretty. This is where my in-laws had stayed. When we initially checked in on the second floor, though, we were a little bit lower. We couldn't see it, so that rooftop or that view from the room, they were on level 3. This is the view from the rooftop pool. It was a beautiful view. I would suggest getting up to the rooftop early if you're looking for any shade, as there were not very many umbrellas and a little bit of shade to be had. Now, I took this video of the rooftop on a day that was kind of overcast, so there weren't too many people. Thought it would make for, a little bit more privacy reasons for people. There wasn't anybody up there. It gives you the overall general layout of the rooftop pool, which was very nice. In fact, it was quite large because there was pools on both sides of when you get off the elevator, including the front access. So there was lots of pool space to be had, but again, just very little shaded areas that you could find. So with a lot of sun, you got to be careful. Also, the day I shot this, there was caution tape. That wasn't out there any of the other days, so don't worry about that. The pool was nice. It was clean. It can get quite busy, and it can also get very loud. The music that they play there is kind of like a techno, trance-like music that can get very repetitive and a little bit annoying at times. Also be aware that on the rooftop, at the bar area, if you are ordering a drink or you want to have a meal, it is cash only. So be prepared to bring some extra cash if you plan on ordering a drink or dining. Their breakfast option for 300 pesos. I had a great smoothie bowl, came with a coffee, um, and again, cash only. Right over here on the left-hand side is where their fitness facility is. Now, I didn't use it, but just peeked in and I could see that they had all of the amenities that one would need if you'd like to stay active on vacation. But I found walking Fifth Avenue plenty of exercise enough for me. As I mentioned previously, the elevator can be a little confusing because of the PB level standing for the lobby, but you need to press -1 to get down here into the parking garage to do your laundry, where someone will be there to confirm it. But where you do need to make that reservation the day of. So I would suggest to get there right when the first load is you're allowed to do is 8 o'clock. Call ahead even at 7:30 to see if you can do your laundry if you like to get it done early to get on with your day. I have gone in at 9 and I only to find out that I couldn't do my laundry until the afternoon, which kind of puts a cramp in what you want to do for activities. So get there early, make your reservation the day of to get your laundry done right away. Here is a night shot. You can see that lamp light. Our room was right there and gets very bright. But other than that, you're a block away from beach access points, including Martina Beach Club. At the end of the road, which we did go into twice, it was 150 pesos to reserve a chair, which we did get a voucher because of our room change. But the second day we went, we were told that you don't even need that voucher because as long as you're staying somewhere, provide the name of the hotel and your room number, they will cover the cost of that chair rental. But there is a minimum consumption charge. If you want to stay in the lawn chairs in the first and second row, then it's a 500 peso minimum consumption. If you want to stay in one of the rows further back, then it's a 300 peso minimum consumption. It's very easy to reach that because, margarita alone was 220 pesos. So you can get a beer for 85 pesos. Most meals were ranging between 200 to 300. So it's very easy to reach that minimum consumption charge if you want to just spend the day at the beach and have a lawn chair and have an umbrella. If you head down towards that Reef hotel, just basically go straight. There is another access point to a Colosio Beach, which I found to be a better beach than what was out front of Martina and Encanto. It seems to be where maybe more of the locals go, but there were lots of tourists. It just was a much wider beach, a much longer beach, and you could walk that one for a long time as well. And it just felt a lot more spacious. They also did a really great job of clearing all of that sargassum that's been covering the beaches in Playa del Carmen. So that is the beach that we generally walk to. It was maybe a 5-minute walk to get to the end of the road and walk down the access point to reach the beach, which you'll see as we head down in the video. As mentioned previously, just a 5-minute walk down to 38th is a beautiful little area. They have a great restaurant on the corner, La Vagabunda, and there's also a beach access point there as well from that corner. This is the corner then, rather than go to the beach, we decided to walk up, and here we found many great restaurants that we dined at. There's a steakhouse, there is a Mexican, there is Italian, there's everything you could find. There's ice cream shops. So this was our go-to for evening dinners after a long day of walking when we didn't want to go too far from Singular Dreams. We could find something to eat at and then head back. So I highly recommend this walk. It was beautiful. At nighttime it gets all lit up. And inside some of these restaurants, they even have, in that one just we passed on the right here, Amate, they have a beautiful cenote in here, and it carries into across the street on the other side into one of the other restaurants. It also has a cenote inside that one, which we also tried dining at, and both were excellent. So highly recommend this walk and checking out some of these restaurants.